Junkies!
Moving right along, let's start talking about Easter eggs. The greatest Easter eggs in movies are the ones that only speak to like the super hardcore fans. There's some super obvious ones that are out there, but typically if you're a diehard fan, you're rewarded for, scrutinizing and rewinding a film and watching it and picking out, say, oh, I get that reference, like Cap said, in the Avengers. But what are some of the best Easter eggs that we've seen across the spectrum, whether it be TV shows, movies, games, comics? What's some of the best Easter eggs that you've ever seen? Callbacks, however you want to put it.
I like the ones that are like they don't bring any attention to them, because I hate when they have an Easter egg where it's like, oh well, we're gonna put this right here so you can see it, and we're gonna point at it, and it's just like, that's not an Easter egg anymore. That's just something you're bringing attention to. So like for the original Thor, when they had that blink if you'll miss it, Infinity Gauntlet in there.
Yes.
I thought that was cool because it was like you just sitting back. That's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And it's got what?
You're
How
right.
did Odin get that?
Right.
So it's just like, that was cool. But like, and again, I have no problem with Thor Ragnarok where they addressed it, because it was just like, okay, well, now you got two of them. So which one is the real one? And she just pushed it over as a fake. So I thought that was pretty cool. And Ready Player One, see, I don't know. I don't know if I count Ready Player One as an Easter egg thing, because all of the pop culture references are coming. So it's like, I've always wondered why people kind of refer to that as Easter egg. I'm just like, those are just
it's
references.
hard for you to, like you said, when the movie is made on purpose to call back to a lot of these other brands, fan favorite brands, it's not an Easter egg anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
it depends on how hard you gotta look for it.
And you didn't have to look very hard.
No, some
That's what I'm saying. It
some
depends
of
on
them in the background, you did have to do some pauses.
if you
to
have
see
to
what was
search
going on.
for it, it's
Sure.
better.
That part I get, but okay. So, like, would I say having a Gundam in Ready Player One is an Easter egg?
No.
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 But what about
know?
okay? I was pulling up some stuff to jog my memory.
Yeah.
Because there's two Easter eggs. One came in the early '80s. One came in the late '90s. They both have to do with Star Wars and E.T. Now in E.T., you see a kid dressed up as Yoda, and E.T. starts going, "Hey, I know this guy."
Right.
So they gave the throwback when they were in
Right.
the council. You see the ETs,
ETs, yeah.
and the So like that would be something, but you kind of had, if you blinked, you missed it.
Right.
It was something that was in the background, and that's what I'm saying. And in Ready Player One, there's a lot of blink, you missed it. Now, because granted, they had the Kira's bike, the Gundam.
Yeah.
You blatantly see Freddy Krueger and stuff like that. But there's stuff in the background.
No, I get you. No,
if you blink,
that
you
makes
missed.
sense.
Yeah.
The Iguana Man pulled up Iron Man 2, Tony's map screen.
That was the first time you saw Wakanda.
Yeah.
in that map.
That and Atlantis.
Yeah, in Atlantis.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Atlantis. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it wasn't with the words. They just had the location circled. Because
I must have blinked.
like literally,
I don't know. It was in that after credit scene.
Yeah.
With when he was like, we need you to come in as part of this. He's like, I'm not gonna be on the team, but he's like, we might be able to use it as a consultant.
Yeah.
Because Nick Fury had him in a warehouse basically, and they had they had a map up of areas of interest basically.
Right.
And the Hulk video.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember the
His
Hulk
cell
video.
phone
in it.
was
Yes.
playing, but
Yeah.
like right next to that screen, there was a map of like the world basically, and they had
Yeah.
a whole bunch of places highlighted, and
Yeah.
of course Wakanda was circled
in Africa.
And Africa.
Yeah, and right in the middle of the ocean, like in the center of the ocean,
Yep.
was where Atlanta should be.
Yeah, for Namor.
Yeah, for Namor. So yeah, that was a nice callback.
Danny DeVito as Snarf.
They're talking about the whole
Oh,
thing.
the
'cause they-
whole
one-
announcement. That was something
Oh,
that we meant to talk
Thundercats.
about. Yeah,
Okay.
the Thundercats announcement.
yeah.
Now,
One
speaking
thing
of
caught
Danny
me
DeVito-
off guard.
We're
Oh,
going
I'm
to
sorry,
talk
go
about
ahead.
more in the Power is Yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we definitely do that. But speaking of Danny DeVito, kind of an Easter egg. He was an uncredited role in Last Action Hero as that
As the
animated
cat. As
yeah.
the cat. Yes.
Just the cat.
Yeah, I
What
thought that was pretty
what
cool. But that's
about-
not an Easter egg though.
There's
Yeah.
an Easter egg of because I'm looking at this one and pulling out of memory because I wouldn't remember this. Pulp Fiction and
Oh, yeah,
Winter
that's it.
Soldier when they said
He looked over at the tombstone.
Yes,
you
yes,
see,
yes.
You see the
Nick
tombstone
Fury,
and it said
yeah.
the path of the righteous man.
Oh,
Yeah, Nick Fury's tombstone. Yeah.
That's a definite Easter egg.
Yes,
thought
it is.
thought
Dude,
that
I
was cool.
100% missed that like
Wait a minute,
3
so-
times.
So wait, Winter Soldier was after. So Disney made that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was,
So and
yeah.
Miramax made
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because I was almost thinking that Disney did a throwback to a movie that they didn't even release, but obviously they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I thought that's what had happened, but obviously that's not the case.
Well, yeah,
Obviously
that was in
Yeah.
the end of Winter Soldier, right?
Yep.
With the
End of Winter Soldier.
I like that one.
Nick Fury's
I like that
theme
one. Driss said best Easter egg playing is Bill Clinton in NBA
That
Jam.
was dope.
I like that one.
Bill
Yeah, that was a
Yep.
good one. That was a good one.
I was always peeved though, because in the arcade version, the first arcade version of Tournament Edition in NBA Jam, you had Reptile, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion.
Yes,
And then they took them out.
took 'em out.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, come
It's
on.
like, dude, it's owned by the same company.
Yeah,
Like, why
come
would
on,
y'all
do
even
it.
It was,
trip over that?
it was the NBA that was tripping over it.
Oh, being
I found
associated
that out
with-
later.
Okay.
Of
No, that's
course.
fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
I
was
guess
tripping
you
over
ain't trying to lose that license.
Yeah, that
makes
sounds
sense.
about right.
Hand of Omega pulled up one. R2D2 and C3PO were hieroglyphics and Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Great
True.
one. That's
And
a
the
good one.
That's
original-
on your
original-
list.
That's
You
a
can't
good
do
one.
Indiana Jones in Star Wars. It's
Yeah.
way too easy. Like every 5
Yeah,
seconds, if you look at
Lucasfilm.
that, there's
Right.
Ain't
There
gonna
was
lie,
so
though,
much
but
love
that
in
was
that, though.
that was those two guys at the top of their game.
It was?
Like Indiana
I know,
Jones
man.
is such a great franchise. When back then, just leave it and put that there. Out
Kingdom
there.
of the Crystal Skull.
Like,
Would
Kingdom
you
of
call
the
this an
Crystal
Easter
had-
egg?
What?
The Twin Pines, Lone Pines Mall, and Back to the Future.
That's not so much an
No,
Easter
I don't
egg
think
as it
that's an
is
Easter
a
egg.
that's more of a you have to pay
Continuity.
attention to the
Yeah,
continuity.
it's a
because
continuity
he ran
thing.
over the one pine in the
Right.
past.
So it became
and
the Lone Pine
yeah.
Mall. Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody brought up the original cameo, not creator, but authenticator. I don't know how to, like, Hitchcock. Hitchcock did like the Stan Lee thing forever, and I don't think
in all
anybody
of his
really
movies?
paid attention to it. Like
No.
in everything he did, he was there, and like
I think that's more of less just him just doing it because he can. Hitchcock was a genius in so many different ways. It's like, I'm about to show up in the background.
genius.
I'm going to show up in the background. of
Yo,
my
there
own
we go.
film.
And
But
Omega
noticing
Club
back
Obi-Wan
when
and
he
Indiana
did
Jones.
that,
There you
Yep.
go.
and, like,
Obi-Wan
no one
from
ever said-
from Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Hand of Omega also brought up Star Trek: The Next Generation had ships named K and Yuri, which were named for the Dirty Pair in anime. That is so super obscure.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
What does that say?
Huh.
Is it IK88 Austin or is it
Yo.
LK727? Thank you very much for the follow.
Oh, you know what? He's one letter off. If it was IG88, that would have been dope. That would have been super.
Now,
Right.
here's an Easter egg that I didn't even know exists. Apparently, Batman was in Watchmen. This says best.
Was he?
Well, I don't think reading this thing. It says best cameo appears in the opening credits when the original Night Owl punches a guy that suspiciously resembles Joe Chill, the same man that murdered Batman's parents. It says, in fact, Mr. and Mrs. Wayne can be seen off to the side right next to the sign that says Gotham. And I'm like, I might have to go back and see
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna have to look at that
This
one.
This is
The
both
movie?
WB
Yeah.
movies.
The movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
Yeah,
Apparently,
apparently
in
the
the
movie. So yeah,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
say-
Hand of Omega asks, are cameos Easter eggs?
yeah, I think so. I think that can be.
I think
yeah,
to me,
it's something that you got to look for.
Yeah, because if it's a cameo where that they bring attention to it, then no, it doesn't really
Like
count.
Stan
So,
Lee.
like-
I think he probably means like Stan
So
Lee.
check it out.
Yeah,
So,
so-
No,
count
Stan,
that.
he came out and talked. Like you knew it was a cameo when he walked out. It wasn't something hidden in there. Like, oh wait, is that Stanley? No, you was like, oh shit, there's Stanley.
Like his cameo in the trial of the Incredible Hulk counts because he didn't say anything. He was just there in the courtroom. So
Yeah.
to me, that would be kind of a cameo that would count as an Easter egg.
Right.
But if as soon as it's a part or a speaking role, then no, because you're bringing attention to it.
Minority Games just hosted us for one viewer, so we appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you
you
for the
very
host.
much.
Thank you for the host.
So it's, to your point, right? So a movie like The Last Action Hero, where you saw the T-1000 walk out the precinct,
Yep, and Sharon Stone.
and Sharon Stone walk out of the precinct, same precinct.
Yeah.
Would you consider those Easter eggs, or
Kind
you
of
know,
because it was a real quick moment, and again, he was reacting to it,
yeah,
but it was like they didn't say anything. They were just literally like boom, 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 and then but then you get to the part of the premiere when you have MC Hammer, you have Jean-Claude Van Damme. Those were parts to
Yeah.
me. It was like they were cameo roles, but they said stuff, so they brought attention to them being there.
yeah,
But just them walking out. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, absolutely. You
Okay,
got one?
I found the picture of it's Night Owl punching them, and you see them walking out of the opera or whatever.
Well, you can throw
And
that
it has Batman in the background. I'll put it
in
in.
the Discord.
Yeah, put it in
Yeah.
the Discord. We'll have to see it.
And speaking of Discord,
I'm putting it
make
in
sure
Discord, so if you're
make
not
sure
in
you go over
Discord.
to
Yes,
that.
absolutely. Make sure you
Sign up for our
you sign up
Discord.
for our Discord. You know, you'll see the alert. It'll be on the screen pretty soon.
Yeah. A nice
building community.
instance of having an Easter egg that isn't an Easter egg that is an Easter egg would be it. I'm weird, so I know this. Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Okay.
These idiots had a actual Easter egg hunt, probably alcohol fueled or something, and couldn't find them all. So like throughout the movie, when you see Easter eggs, like painted Easter eggs and chocolate eggs, they were there because they forgot them.
Okay.
Like
That's crazy.
Here's one. Here's an Easter egg for TV, and it was like it was literally like a blink and you miss it, and it was like back in the Flash season 2, I want to say, and it was when they crossed over to Earth 2, and they did like a montage of pictures. They showed, you know, Supergirl, which at the time was on another Earth, but it was like a blink and you miss it, and they showed the Legion ring, you know, in the Flash, and he was like, dude, that's a Legion ring. And then you also saw Grodd in Gorilla City, and you were like, oh, dude, that's the Easter egg. Yeah,
Right.
so that counts for TV.
fair.
Yeah, it's hard to do Easter eggs in comics. I can't think of any instances.
They've done it, but it's because it's drawn. It's like, okay, well.
Here's one. I do have one. It's kind of a funny one, right? So they made a Marvel had did a spoof where the Fantastic Four had already been, you know, like off world because Fox had owned the rights. No, not Fox. Was it Fox? Who owned the rights of it? Fantastic Four. I forget. It doesn't matter.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That would be Fox.
Yeah. Okay. When they made a point to have actors that were getting cast for the Fantastic Four movie, they made sure. I think it was for when Fan Forstic came out. They made sure to actually kill that cast. They made sure to like kill the cast in like some kind of deadly firebombing.
Wow.
They made sure to kill that cast. That was kind of a nice little Easter egg. I think they had. Yeah.
Fan Forstic was terrible.
It was terrible.
I know you've never seen it. I'm gonna have to subject.
Yeah,
you
I've
to
never
that
seen. I've never.
horrible
No.
movie one day.
I don't want to see it.
No.
Y'all subjected me to Fifth Element, and I thank you for
that's
it.
not a
I
horrible movie.
I thank you for it. Do not do that for Fan Forstic, please.
No,
do not do that.
You have to.
No.
Again, you got to
No, I
know
don't.
where you got to know where they were, so you appreciate where they come from when
Okay.
they come out, and it's amazing.
All right. So here's another one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
See, those are.
That's another Ready Player One situation because
It
you already
is.
know
Yeah,
there's
I
going to
agree.
be a
It
lot
is-
there.
Yeah, because it's like, for example, Bugs and Mickey on screen
Yes.
for the first time ever together.
Yes.
Had the
Adult
exact
moment.
had the exact same amount of words.
Yes.
It's the exact same amount of screen time. Blah blah blah. There were a couple of. See, I can't even call them cameos because in most instances they paid attention to the characters.
They did,
So,
and they had lines.
yeah.
They had lines.
So
Yeah, they had lines. So it was like Betty Boop had lines. You know, you barely saw her. Pink Panther. Wait a minute. I don't even think Pink Panther was.
Pink
in
Panther
it.
wasn't in it.
No, I didn't think so. Okay.
What you call it? Hanover Omega is asking about the video games. Of course, there's Easter egg in video games, and probably one of the biggest ones that's on top of everybody's head is Metal Gear Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Which one?
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
Solid.
fought Psycho Mantis.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
And
that.
if you had other Konami games on your memory card,
He was reading that
he'll
boy.
read them off to you.
Yeah.
Like,
The list of built-in Easter eggs in video games in my brain is too long for me to even dip my toe in this pool.
dip your toe in.
well,
Good
I mean,
Lord.
let's be real though. Who? It depends on who's in the room, but who actually found the original Adventure Easter egg back in the day?
Not me.
I
'Cause I
would
did.
no, I was not.
Dude,
I
I
was
played
not
Adventure
playing
at
Adventure.
at like a cousin's house or
No,
something,
man.
and it just didn't. I didn't quite get it.
There was
Well, the thing is, you got to remember, I had no choice because that was the only game system that kind of
the
existed.
2600.
Was the
Yeah.
26
That
you know,
2600.
So my brothers and I did in fact find that because my brother, obviously my brothers are older than me, but we found this freaking. He was like, "Wow, that's weird." Obviously, didn't know what the heck was wrong. Thought we broke the game or something.
Right.
But yeah, no, that I thought that was actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But,
Especially having them do it in Ready Player One. You were probably like one of the only ones like, oh, yeah,
yeah,
I did this.
It was cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, video games. Most people, when they think of Easter eggs, they think of video games first. Usually,
Right.
that's usually where it comes from.
What was it? Was it like having Chun-Li sitting at a? Was it Final Fight 2 where she was
Final
sitting
Fight,
at? Yeah.
I believe it's Final Fight.
Final
2.
Fight
She's
2 where she was sitting in the
Yeah,
background
she's
of the
in the
restaurant
background, yep.
and she was eating or something
Yep.
like that. Yeah. So it's Easter eggs like that. You know, you
Yeah,
have
you
plenty
usually
of
just
those.
see stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Yeah. I don't think they really do them like that anymore, though.
No,
Easter eggs.
not really.
Yeah.
If they
Due
do, I
to
haven't
licensing
seen
and stuff, it's all crazy, man.
Yeah, can't have fun no more.
Well,
you know?
like,
Yeah.
did anybody have Atari 5200? No.
I wanted it, but then, yeah, the games weren't really speaking to me.
Drizzt brought up a good one.
What's that?
Eternal Darkness. Eternal Darkness.
Shut your game
That
off.
game was just crazy, man.
I need
like
to
it,
play
though.
that game.
I like that. That
I
game
really
would
need
mess
to
with
play
your
that.
head.
Yeah.
Like that was cool.
Okay.
Akuma in Street Fighter 2 sitting
That's
there
a good one.
meditating.
That's
no,
a
he
good
wasn't. He wasn't meditating. He was selling fruit.
Yeah, he was.
He was
That,
sitting
that
against-
was
he
so
was-
odd.
He was
seeing him
sitting
do
against
that.
the wall. Hey man,
Are you talking about the Street Fighter
animated
Yeah,
movie?
movie?
in
Yeah,
India.
the
In
Yeah.
India, he's just chilling over there.
And the
just,
worst
you know,
part
side.
is if you didn't have the widescreen version, you only was like, what the heck is that sitting in the corner? Because the full screen version cut it
Yeah.
off. It's like, wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Retromania has a bunch of YouTubers in the audience. Okay,
Huh.
Hey,
interesting.
Nice.
Hello,
What's
Retromania.
Retromania?
That wrestling game we supposed to be
Oh,
playing.
Retromania.
Yep.
Retromania.
Nice.
Evelania. Man.
The one in Liar with Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill.
That was a good one.
Did I miss that?
In Liar
Yes,
Liar?
there
Yeah.
there was if someone pointed it out, if you get a still, if you still like one of the scenes like after I guess like he gets carried off of the stretcher, like he's literally in the back with like what's the name hat on, like with shades on with the face and shit. And it's like I was like, I didn't realize that until someone pointed it out later. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's definitely a kind of picture. He just hold the microphone. That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
that was great.
definitely
Saturday
a
morning or
funny
weekend
Easter egg.
after Saturday afternoon, weekday afternoon.
Is he ASCII?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah, that's an
Maybe-
either
maybe he's
or.
asking, maybe he's asking about Easter eggs or something.
Slap that in the power is yours, man.
yeah.
Let's get that going.
Capcom usually has other Capcom peeps in the background. Yes, that is
Yes,
true.
yep,
That
yes.
is very
Without a
true.
doubt.
That is very true. Disney Afternoon had to have some good ones. I don't think they did.
Oh,
No, they
there was
did.
not a lot-
Well,
yeah, I don't think there was a
generational.
lot
It was
now,
generational.
now, speaking of Easter egg, this is kind of a spoiler alert / Easter egg big time, because when I sat down and watched the new DuckTales,
Yeah.
that was on Disney Plus, watching all of it, and you trying to find out what happened to the Huey, Dewey, Louie's mom. It was like, oh, she's stuck on the moon, and they start showing episodes where she's on the moon, and she's trying to get herself out, and they start playing the moon theme song from the NES DuckTales,
That game.
and she freaking came out with, she had a song with
Now
lyrics.
that's
and
a
stuff
good
to it.
one.
I was like,
That's a good one.
I was like, that
is a
great
good Easter egg. That is a really
holy
great Easter
crap.
egg.
I was like, they pulled that back, gave me
Yeah.
the chills. I started, I'm like,
that is a really great
'Cause-
Easter egg.
it's a great theme.
Now,
First off,
Now, Minority Games bringing up Kingdom Hearts, and it's hard. You can't really call Kingdom Hearts an Easter egg because they purposely put those characters in that game for you to see and interact and call out. with.
Anything
Right.
that's an over exaggerated like collaborative effort,
Right.
You
Doesn't
can't
count.
really say that
It's not-
Easter
it's not
eggs
an
come
Easter egg.
from
What about
that.
if it was
We just
not
kind of
something-
know.
like Sephiroth. Sephiroth is not somebody you have to do. Anything that's an optional, that boss fight. I remember Kingdom Hearts 2. Man,
Like-
I wanted to
like
be
they're
him
both
there.
optional.
I ended up doing it.
Yeah.
End up doing it.
Like
Had to
they're-
get
An,
that
an
perfect
Easter egg in
pattern.
Kingdom Hearts would be you defeat a bunch of Heartless, go into the castle, get ready to fight Sephiroth, but instead you see like Terminator walk through a door in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would
Like
that would be
something like
else.
that.
Like what?
Right.
in
I
the-
mean,
yeah.
to be fair, in the first Kingdom Hearts, it was more like an Easter egg with Sephiroth because he had nothing to do with the story.
Him and Cloud.
Whereas in the second, like both him and Cloud, like
him and
Cloud actually had like more narrative wise to do with
Right.
it just a little bit, but Sephiroth literally had like no contribution to the
I
story
mean,
whatsoever. until the second.
once you heard Square's name involved in this, you
You
had
knew-
to have
you knew
known
they were going to
multiple
be in it,
Final Fantasy
sure.
characters were going
Of
to be
course.
there, and why not pick your most,
True.
Of course.
popular ones? Like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
can consider
Drizzt, he
that one.
kicked
You know what I'm saying?
everybody's ass. Don't worry about it. He kicked everybody.
Yeah.
Fast for a bit
He
till I
kicked
learned
everybody's
until I
ass,
learned
man.
him.
Yeah.
Hey, no, when
Wing
you get the
Angel,
final
man.
mix and fight two Sephiroths is when it gets fun. That hurt.
What?
Oh, that's
I did not get that far into Final Mix, so that's a new one on me.
Hold on,
Sounds
it's
like
right
a-
here.
sounds
Oh, boy.
like-
I can let
sounds
you
like a
borrow it.
spoiler to me.
Right. I'm not doing all them.
Nah, I'm just gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3,
man,
and then I think I'm gonna be done.
Yeah, man. And you know what? You're not gonna be done because the game's not done.
Of course it's not
The game's
done.
not done. You're not going to be done. You're not going to be done.
Not done?
The game's not done.
That sucks.
Like they're releasing more parts to it. Yeah, it's
course.
not done.
Well, hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/culturejunkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/culturejunkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.